It's time now for the best high school sports action from the WBCB Sports Network. Catch the best games from Bucks and Mercer County at WBCBSports.com and our Facebook page. Your home for high school sports is right here at WBCB 1490.
Good evening. Welcome to Council Rock North High School as we get you ready for high school basketball tonight on the WBCB Sports Network. The Pennsbury Falcons have come to Newtown, PA for a visit, and you got the game coming your way in just a moment. It's brought to you by Jefferson Health, Team Toyota, McCaffrey's Supermarket. McCaffrey's Food Market's exceptional every day. This is the McCaffrey's Game of the Night, thanks to St. Mary Medical Center, the Revere Restaurant, Rob's Automotive and Collision, BCWSA, Penn Community Bank, the Trentonian, and this is the Trentonian pre-game show. Both teams wrapping up their regular season action tonight at Council Rock North, thanks to Jammer Doors and Windows, DiLorenzo's Pizza, the Berg Pizza on New Falls Road, making portions of tonight's game possible, and thanks also to the Peruzzi Auto Group and the Pennsbury Regional Basketball League, the PRBL. Find out more league details online, PRBLonline.com. Great to have you with us. Chris Ermer with Gus Barber, Jordan Hirsch, Ben Goldstein with us, Andrew Jersky behind the camera. And Gus, great atmosphere here tonight for the Krasna family. Hashtag Team Together and the Council Rock North community. The entire local basketball community has come together, and there's auction items, fundraising efforts happening. It actually started last night. I know, Gus, you were here with the girls' game, Council Rock North hosting the Pennsbury Lady Falcons.
Yep.
And I found out from one of the organizers of the fundraiser that they raised nearly $5,000. I think they eclipsed the $5,000 mark last night.
Yeah.
They're hoping if they can do something similar, they might be able to raise as much as $10,000 for the Krasna family. And once a Falcon, always a Falcon. Jesse Krasna and his family suffering a devastating loss. And he's been back with the team since January, but it's very heartwarming to see how many people have come together to make tonight's fundraising efforts, hashtag Team Together for the Krasna family, make happen and make it possible.
Yeah, it's just such a great thing to see all these communities coming together. Even if he's not a coach for the Falcons now, he gets so much support and love from this Falcon community. And like you said, once a Falcon, always a Falcon. As me, myself, I am a Falcon. It is just a passion, and it's a bond that you have with all of your other classmates and all your other alma mater. So it's great to see how much money they were able to raise last night for him. And it was such a great outing last night. Hopefully they can do that and even more tonight. It's such a great thing to do.
And that support that they got last night and for this hashtag Team Together fundraiser is awesome. But the Council Rock North community, and I think the Krasna family has been feeling that throughout this high school basketball season, and we hope they continue to feel the love and the warmth and the support that is all around them. And Coach Krasna in the building tonight, Council Rock North being led by Tyler Sessa-Reeves, and Coach Reeves telling me that he knows a lot of the Pennsbury Falcon guys, like from his playing days at Pennsbury. So a lot of great connections between these two teams, and I think it's going to make for a fun night tonight.
Yeah, it should be a really fun game. Obviously, when you have those connections to a former team, it always brings a little extra to this game for both sides. So it'll be fun to see. Obviously, they played earlier in the year. Pennsbury able to squeak that win out. But this is a whole different ball game. It's almost playoff time. Both teams are trying to go up on top, and Pennsbury obviously having a great season, trying to end this thing with a huge W.
And Gus, diplomatic in your description of that first matchup between these two teams. Pennsbury did a little better than just eke that game out.
I didn't want to say it, but had to.
It was a 46-22 final, and Council Rock North looking to avenge that loss. And, they maybe a little bit of a revenge factor on the mind, and also looking for a good end to their season and a chance maybe to get into postseason play. They know that if they lose tonight, they have no chance. But if they get a win over a good team like Pennsbury, maybe they can amass enough points possibly to leapfrog some teams and solidify their position in the district playoffs. Right now, Pennsbury looking right around the 14 spot when it comes to district seeding. They will have a home game, but before we get to district playoffs, next in the future for the Falcons is the SOL tournament. We'll have their game on Friday night against North Penn on the WBCB Sports Network. So looking forward to that action, but we don't want to get ahead of ourselves because we've got a good one coming your way tonight. Council Rock North hosting Pennsbury in the last regular season game for both of these teams. The Indians with a 12-9 overall record. They went 8-7 in Patriot Division play, and the Pennsbury Falcons now 15-6 overall, and in the league, they ended up 11-4 and winners of the Patriot Division in Suburban 1 League. So congratulations to Pennsbury in being able to cut the nets down and celebrate a league title. They're 14th in their team's history. I was looking at the breakdown, and man, they had a lot of success from 1999 up until 2009.
Yeah.
Also had a great run in the 70s between like 73 and 83. Great years for Pennsbury basketball. And who knows, maybe this championship is going to bring about a whole new era of Pennsbury basketball success. I'm impressed with the job that the Falcons have done this year. You looked at how the team was shaping up before the season started, and I was wondering how they were going to get their scoring and be successful. One of the things that was terrific for them was to be able to get Ryan Zuckerman to join the team. His contributions are invaluable to their success this year.
Yeah, you don't want to say it, but him committing to the University of Pitt was probably the best thing that could have happened for this basketball team, because obviously you think about it, if he doesn't commit, he still focuses on baseball. He's already set in stone to go to college, so he's like, all right, senior year, let's have some fun, you know? So obviously he wants to come out here, help his best buddy, Ty Kozak, try to be successful, and like you said, a huge addition to this team has really just solidified down low, defensively, getting the boards and trying to take these things in transition. Obviously, he's had his little struggles here and there, offensively sometimes, at the line and shooting, but overall, just him being there as a presence down low, rebounding and defensively, it has just been huge for this Pennsbury team.
Yeah, adding him into what was already there for Pennsbury with Ty Kozak and Danny Cohen, Sam Callahan, and the other great contribution this season was Eric David, bringing some of the vibe, the spirit of the Pennsbury Falcon football team's success. Yeah. I was reflecting earlier today about what a great year already this has been, the great school year, 2022 into 2023 for Pennsbury when it comes to their football team. They went from worst to first. They won the league. And Pennsbury basketball, they win the SOL Patriot Division as well. And Eric David, I think, brought some of that championship, essence or
Well, you and me talked about it before we went live on the broadcast. Trying to bring that culture back, that winning culture back to Pennsbury. And it starts with having success on other sports and bringing it over. Obviously, we talked about Eric David having that great season with the football team. But you look at a guy like Ryan Zuckerman, who's now on this team last year, having a great season with the baseball team. Obviously, don't want to look too far in the future this year, but the Pennsbury baseball team looking to have another really good future, or another really good season. So you bring those winning cultures onto this team that needs something like that. You can get that vibe started, and obviously you've seen it this year. They have clinged on to that culture.
Well, this is the McCaffrey's Game of the Night on the WBCB Sports Network. McCaffrey's exceptional every day in the Edgewood Village Shopping Center, 635 Heacock Road in Yardley, and the villages of Newtown, 2890 South Eagle Road. We thank them for their support of Pennsbury Athletics. And we thank you for being with us as well. Getting closer to the start of tonight's action. Our starters for Council Rock North, they're going to go with Cole McCarthy, Micah Oxley, Adam Matat, and then the two Bloom brothers, Jack and Luke Bloom, in the starting lineup for Coach Tyler Sessa-Reeves, who is in for head coach Jesse Krasna. And for the Pennsbury Falcons, same starting lineup we've seen throughout this season. Teddy Mangan with Mike Rocco Grandi. Connor Taddy, who's up for the Courier-Times Athlete of the Week. He went crazy in that game against Ben Salem, closing it out. I think he had like 19 straight points or something. And Coach Emmy before the game, we'll round out the starters. It's going to be Taddy, Kozak, and Zuckerman, of course. But to get back to Connor Taddy, Coach Emmy was saying how he started the season. He had a bad game against Neshaminy. I think he said it was 0 for 11. It was an 0 for something. And he was able to turn the page there, start to build his confidence back up slowly, and right now he's playing his best basketball of the season.
Yeah, and it's not how you start, it's how you transition and finish. And obviously he has played his best ball right now, and it's the best time to do it going into playoff time. And yeah, for when you look back at that game, having such a successful game he had, Pennsbury struggling a little bit on the free throw line this year. Taddy, 12 for 12 that game at the free throw strike. So that just shows you he's starting to find his groove, and he could possibly be one of these guys that if you need some scoring, just give him the rock and let him do his thing.
I think that 12 for 12 set or matched the school record.
I think it matched the school record. Yeah, I remember seeing that online. It's crazy to think about.
Well, right now we're going to have the starters come out, get you closer to the start of tonight's game. And again, we come together tonight for some high school basketball, but also for the Krasna family. Hashtag Team Together. And they have I forget what the words the organizer used. It's like a flyer suite, but it's an all-inclusive, maybe all-inclusive luxury flyer suite. That's one of their big items. All right, here come the starters. First for the visiting Pennsbury Falcons, 5'10" junior guard Teddy Mangan. And the sophomore Rocco Grandi joining Mangan. Connor Taddy, junior forward, joined by Ty Kozak, senior guard, and Ryan Zuckerman, 6'5" senior forward. So for the Falcons, Mangan, Rocco Grandi, Taddy, Kozak, and Zuckerman. And here are the Indians of Council Rock North. Cole McCarthy taking the floor, joined by Micah Oxley. Adam Latat, one of the guys that Pennsbury said they could be a matchup issue for them, joined by Jack Bloom. Another player, Coach Emmy was singing the praises of Jack Bloom, and he's joined by his brother Luke. And we will step aside, return in just a moment for the start of the McCaffrey's Game of the Night on WBCB.
BCWSA customers, former Phillies pitcher Tommy Green here. I played on the 1993 National League champs, so I know a thing or two about what it's like playing on a winning team. BCWSA has all the ingredients. They make it easy for their customers to get automatic updates by text, email, or phone anytime there is a disruption in your service area. You can even customize your alerts by going to bcwsa.net. That's bcwsa.net. BCWSA, your partner for a safer environment. BCWSA, proven.
Jefferson Health has been serving Northeast Philadelphia and Bucks County for more than a century. Their Frankfort, Torresdale, and Bucks Hospital locations are there for you with primary and specialty care, emergency care, and of course, inpatient care. Wherever you live, work, or play, Jefferson Health is there with exceptional care. Jefferson is where you are. Call 1-800-JEFF now to schedule an appointment or visit jeffersonhealth.org.
Hi, Merrill Reese reminding you to come back home to traditional Italian cuisine at the Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road in Ewing Township. You'll always feel welcome at the Revere. It's like stepping back in time where you'll feel like you're dining in South Philly or New York's Little Italy. Start your meal with complimentary Hoboken bread. Choose from a menu featuring fresh seafood dishes, succulent steaks and chops, or homemade pasta dishes. You can even eat at the bar. The Revere is open 7 days for lunch and dinner. Private room available for special affairs, plus catering. For reservations, call 609-882-6365. That's 609-882-6365.
Get things underway, McCaffrey's Game of the Night.
Come home to
Chris Irmer with Gus
traditional
Barber.
Italian cuisine.
We got Jordan Hirsch, who will have a write-up of tonight's game later at WBCB1490.com. Ben Goldstein doing our stats, and Andrew Jersky behind the camera for us, and the Falcons win the tap. We're underway. Taddy hands it off to Mangan as Council Rock North in this extended zone defense. Falcons out to the corner to Rocco Grandi. Falcons pretty much have that 14 spot solidified in the district. I was asking Coach Emmy about, where he's putting his resources here as they get towards the end of the season, and they throw it away. A turnover. Kozak was looking for Mangan and throws it out of bounds. And he said, well, we just want our guys to win every play. We're not focused necessarily on the games, and we do think, I think they're that district tournament
Oh, that
a little bit more
good.
significance.
That
and
did
right
not
there,
look good.
Mangan turned his ankle right there and comes up.
Oh, no.
He's down. He was up for a little bit, and then you could see he didn't want to put any weight on that injury. So with just a little more than a half minute gone by, we've got an injury timeout. Teddy Mangan, the Pennsbury Falcon junior guard.
I'm wondering if it was his ankle or maybe he hyperextended his knee a little bit. It looked like it got caught a little bit, but nonetheless, not good looking.
And nonetheless, we will step aside, return in just a little bit. Pennsbury visiting Council Rock North. We return to the McCaffrey's Game of the Night in just a moment.
Hi, Merrill Reese reminding you to come back home to traditional Italian cuisine at the Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road in Ewing Township. You'll always feel welcome at the Revere. It's like stepping back in time where you'll feel like you're dining in South Philly or New York's Little Italy. Start your meal with complimentary Hoboken bread. Choose from a menu featuring fresh seafood dishes, succulent steaks and chops, or homemade pasta dishes. You can even eat at the bar. The Revere is open 7 days for lunch and dinner. Private room available for special affairs, plus catering. For reservations, call 609-882-6365. That's 609-882-6365. Come home to traditional Italian cuisine. The Revere
Well,
Restaurant.
good news is that Teddy
802 River
Mangan
Road,
got up onto
Ewing
his
Township.
feet and was able to walk over to the bench without any help. He's now gone into the lobby, maybe to get some more attention from the trainers, but it looked like he may even be able to return to action. There's Micah Oxley firing away from distance. No good offensive rebound for the Indians. They keep it alive. Oxley up top around to Bloom. Falcons pretty much always in this man-to-man approach. That's Matat for three. Adam Matat connects from downtown. First bucket of the night for Council Rock North.
Yeah, good start for North. They want to get going early, and 3 is a great start.
Yeah, Matat was wide open there. I mentioned they concerned about that matchup as Kozak drives, splits defenders, gets right into that zone, but it ends up going out of bounds. It will stay with Pennsbury. I think last off of Micah Oxley. And Connor Taddy will send it in. Nice job as Zuckerman gets it over to Cohen, but his shot is blocked. Athletic play by Cole McCarthy. I was going to mention McCarthy's length as he came out in player introductions, but it was on display right there for everybody.
Yes, indeed, Chris.
So 2 minutes gone by, first quarter, 3-0 Council Rock North. McCaffrey's Game of the Night. Driving is Bloom and uses the left hand. Jack Bloom makes it 5-0. Up the floor to Rocco Grandi. And one of the big questions on the Pennsbury Falcon fans' mind is, how is Teddy Mangan, as a timeout is taken by Coach Wes Emmy, and it sparked a little bit of a discussion up here as to when you might take your starters out, and if you're focusing on postseason play, this might be a chance to get some of the guys who don't get a lot of minutes some time out there on the floor. It could be valuable.
Yeah, and it's probably something that was already going through Coach Emmy's mind, and obviously Mangan going down that early is definitely putting that thought back in his head, and the gears are starting to turn, and he's thinking, maybe should I, how long, what's the score, but going forward, it's definitely, is Mangan okay? How's his health? Because he's definitely a big part of this team going forward. Obviously, it was good to see him walk off under his own pressure, but is it the adrenaline or is it him just being okay?
Yeah, so timeout called by Pennsbury. They talk it over, trailing 5-0 here in the early going.
Yeah, North hitting him with a very stingy zone defense, really kind of trapping Kozak with 3 players.
Kozak now dribbles up to the elbow, gets an open look for Connor Taddy, who knocks it down.
Taddy said, I'm feeling myself. Give me the ball, let me do it.
Makes it a 5-3 game. Again, Connor Taddy, we mentioned it in our Trentonian pregame activities, up for the Courier Times Player of the Week.
And the best time to play your best ball.
Keep that hot hand going. Up top, it's Micah Oxley on the dribble. It's poked away, loose on the floor. Cohen has it over to Zuckerman, and the Falcons with the takeaway. Kozak over midcourt. Yeah, you see 3 guys converge on him. Out to Zuck. Connor Taddy in the corner. Halfway down and then back out again. And a whistle, a foul. That's going to go against Ty Kozak. A little too much body as he was fighting for position with Cole McCarthy. And first picked up by Kozak.
Kozak just trying to find the open man. Like you said, getting kind of trapped there by 3 guys and just trying to find the open guy. And Taddy taking the shot wide open, just couldn't get that one to fall, but you want him to take that shot.
Sophomore Oliver Schaefer onto the floor for Council Rock North. Kind of cool, mention hashtag team together. All of the teams in the blue hashtag team together for the Krasna family, both the Pennsbury Falcons and Council Rock North Indians in pregame warmups. As Indians get it down low, kick it back out to Oxley, and he's got a 3-pointer. So 2 threes and a deuce for Council Rock North. It's 8-3 midway through the first quarter.
Yeah, and they're taking them often and early right now, and they're hitting with good clip.
Kozak dribbles into the zone, passing out again. It's poked away. Bloom had it momentarily, and then it goes off of Taddy out of bounds. So the Falcons lose it. Checking in for Pennsbury is Sam Callahan as he comes on for Ty Kozak. Falcons, again, congratulations for being Patriot Division champions, league champs this year. And a big part of that has been Ty Kozak as they get it inside to Matat. Matat working against Zuckerman and one. Some great post play by Adam Matat.
Yeah, beautiful post play there. Just back down, hit him with a fake and go up while he's in the air to get the foul call. Beautiful play there by him.
And then the strength to finish, but
yeah,
didn't have the strength at the line there. Barely got it up to the rim, but the Indians keep it alive. Another opportunity for Council Rock North. Again, inside to Matat, this time working against Connor Taddy. Off glass, not this time, and Zuckerman races it up the floor.
So fast when he has the ball in transition.
Gets it right back out on the wing, working it around the perimeter. Again, tough to break down this Council Rock North zone defense. That time they get it inside to Zuckerman, out to Rocco Grandi. Long rebound, bounces around on the floor. Schaefer knocks it to Matat. And Council Rock North secures it. Oxley indicate what kind of offense he's looking to run. Goes right, drives, and scores. Micah Oxley now with 5 points and a full timeout taken by the Pennsbury Falcons. Tonight's game brought to you by Di Lorenzo's, the Berg Pizza, 8919 New Falls Road in Levittown. They're owned and operated by third-generation family member Tyler Di Lorenzo. He uses the same recipes his great-grandparents did back in the 1940s in Trenton's famous Chambersburg section. Try the only original Trenton tomato pie or other great gourmet pizzas, including their mustard pie, soups, fresh salads, hot sandwiches, homemade pasta dishes, all served in a very safe, clean environment. Eat in or take out. Call 215-943-2605. That's 215-943-2605. Di Lorenzo's, the Berg Pizza in the Vermilion Square, 8919 New Falls Road in Levittown. Open Tuesday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 8:30 p.m. Saturdays open till 9 p.m. And they are open on Sundays, even if it's Super Bowl Sunday. Di Lorenzo's is going to get you hooked up. They're open noon to 8:30. They're closed on Mondays. Nobody's going to work on Monday. We're all going to be celebrating, but if you're looking to make your Super Bowl party extra special, you might want to think about a little pizza from Di Lorenzo's. Falcons out of full timeout. Pass it across the floor over to Danny Cohen, and then his pass is kicked away by Matat. Yeah, so from here for Pennsbury, SOL tournament on Friday, hosting North Penn, and a potential game on Saturday. And then looking at district play next week, matchup seeding still to be determined. And boy, for Council Rock North and Coach Tyler Sessa-Reeves and Jesse Krasna, they were talking about how they would love to finish strong here on their home floor. And they're off to a good start in that regard. Nice drive there by Ty Kozak. Goes right between a couple of defenders.
Yeah, beautiful play there to find the lane. Use a little hot step to go up with it in the contact.
And the Falcons needed something good to happen at that end of the floor, make it 12-5 as Micah Oxley dribbling around, loses it, quickly up to Ty Kozak, and banks it home. Kozak with a quick 4 points.
This is what you need to get back in this game. Down by 9, you got to get a couple quick points here.
And get those turnovers. Defense leading to offense for Pennsbury. Up top, Schaefer with it for Council Rock North. Around to Adam Matat. He's got Kozak on him. Takes it right into the body of the defender. Lost it momentarily. Falcons thought he traveled. Council Rock North keeps it alive. Stopped on the baseline there was Radowitz, and he sends it back out to Schaefer. Falcons seems like they've ratcheted up the intensity defensively here. Radowitz goes around Taddy, though, and scores on him. Nice little touch to finish for Tyler Radowitz. Makes it 14-7. Kozak now dribbles in, pulls up for the jumper. Nothing but net.
Too much space. No hand up, hand down, man down.
And now he's got 6 points. Narrows the gap to 5 as Schaefer gets it out on the wing. Cohen all over him. Final seconds of the quarter, 3 is short by Radowitz. And after 1 quarter of action, it's Council Rock North 14, Pennsbury 9. It's the McCaffrey's game of the night on the WBCB Sports Network. And we'll get back to action in just a little bit. Don't forget, if you miss any of our coverage on WBCB, you can read about tonight's game in tomorrow's Trentonian. Outstanding local and national sports coverage. Count on it 7 days a week. And we'll be back in just a moment on the WBCB Sports Network.
Hi, Merrill Reese reminding you to come back home to traditional Italian cuisine at the Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road in Ewing Township. You'll always feel welcome at the Revere. It's like stepping back in time where you'll feel like you're dining in South Philly or New York's Little Italy. Start your meal with complimentary Hoboken bread. Choose from a menu featuring fresh seafood dishes, succulent steaks and chops, or homemade pasta dishes. You can even eat at the bar. The Revere is open 7 days for lunch and dinner. Private room available for special affairs, plus catering. For reservations, call 609-882-6365. That's 609-882-6365. Come home to traditional Italian cuisine. The Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road, Ewing Township.
Pennsbury getting out-rebounded by Council Rock North in that first quarter, and the Indians shooting it pretty well from beyond the three-point arc, going 2 for 4. Working against Kozak, gets the shot off, but it's short, and Zuckerman will track it down. Up the floor quickly to Kozak, and mentioned Kozak's many contributions. Here he lets one go from distance. Eric David underneath with the offensive rebound, and it's going to go off the underside of the backboard, out of bounds, and it stays with Pennsbury. Checking in for Council Rock North is Luke Bloom.
Yeah, one thing we talked about before we came back, the coach for Pennsbury that was just tending to Mangan came back to the bench, but Mangan did not, so that could be something to look for going ahead.
Now Danny Cohen with it out on the wing for Pennsbury. Yeah, Teddy Mangan, one of the first plays of the game tonight, looked like he may have twisted his ankle, an injury timeout, and he hurt his leg and has not been back since, so we're hoping that he is not injured too badly. Rodowitz, little hesitation, dribble, drives, and scores. And that's the first bucket of the second quarter. Goes to Council Rock North, makes it 16-9.
Beautiful hesitation move there to get Kozak to get a little flat-footed.
Danny Cohen back over to Kozak. Those two play catch. Hard to break down this zone. They get it over to Rocco Grandi in the corner. The other thing with this Council Rock North zone, they really extend it out into the corners. There, Rocco Grandi, open look, bang. Three-pointer for Mike Rocco Grandi. And the Falcons now narrow the Council Rock North lead to 4. Schaefer catch and shoot. Three-pointer for Council Rock North. They continue to shoot well from beyond the arc. That's Oliver Schaefer's first bucket of the night.
Yeah, give up a 3 to Pennsbury, takes it right back.
Eric David back out to Kozak. Those corners are open when Kozak goes into that zone a little bit. Again, the defenders really converge on him. It sends it over to Rocco Grandi. Now a step-in jump shot for Danny Cohen is good. Nice job by Cohen to get to a comfortable spot on the floor and make it a 19-14 score, his first bucket of the night. Nice cut to the basket by Bloom, and a nice find by Adam Matat. Give Matat the assist. Luke Bloom makes it 21-14. Out to David. Looked like he was trying to pass that over to Zuckerman, but the pass a little bit too high, went off the rim.
Yeah, looked like a pass, but the trajectory said shot-wise.
And the Indians, Micah Oxley dribbling up top over to Matat on the wing. To the elbow, and then Falcons cut him off. Patient possession as we're about halfway through the second quarter. Schaefer nearly trapped. Dribbles out of some trouble. Rodowitz Now marked by David, goes around him, baseline jumper, no, and Zuckerman rebound. Kozak passes across, gets it back, he's open, and launches the three. Nothing but net for Ty Kozak. He's got 9 of the Falcons' 17 and prompts a timeout for Council Rock North as they talk it over with 3:48 to go, second quarter. A 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here. Tonight's game brought to you by Jammer Doors and Windows, a fourth-generation family-owned and operated business. Since 1920, showrooms in Lawrenceville and Yardley, Jammer provides sales, service, and installation of garage doors and openers, featuring Raynor garage doors, both steel and aluminum. Raynor garage doors crafted for durability. Jammer also has entry doors, patio doors, storm doors, and windows, and they do their own work and installation. No subcontractors. Visit their showroom, 2850 Brunswick Pike on Business Route 1 in Lawrenceville, and in Yardley, their showroom is open by appointment. Call 215-493-7709. Set up the appointment to check it out. Jammer Doors and Windows, 101 years of quality and commitment, and an A+ Better Business Bureau rating. Thanks to Jammer for their support of tonight's game. Falcons now narrowed the gap to 4. And Council Rock North out of the timeout. A nice job to get it down to Adam Matat. Micah Oxley with the entry pass. And Matat does the rest. He's got 7.
Yeah, it looked like a little defensive breakdown there by Pennsbury. Just getting a guy, letting him cut free there.
Cohen across the floor to Taddy, nearly airmailed that one, but Taddy able to go up, bring that one down. Ty Kozak now, they converge on him. He picks up the ball out to Cohen. Gets it back, dribbling into the paint. Step back jumper, doesn't quite get it, but Eric David is there for the offensive rebound. Gives it to Kozak. Kozak takes it right into Adam Matat, but comes up short with the shot.
Yeah, Kozak looking like he was trying to get a foul call there, and just the refs not giving him one.
Adam Matat looked like he had pretty good body position. I like that no whistle by the refs. And now the Falcons
going quickly.
Take away that errant pass. Rocco Grandi runs the floor. But maybe a little bit too fast, and Radowitz picks it up, and the Council Rock North Indians bring it back over midcourt. Out to Schaefer, catch and shoot from the opposite corner that he hit from. That one looked pretty good, went partially down, popped back out.
Yeah, I thought it was going to go down for a second.
Now Kozak forcing the issue and getting himself to the line. Foul called on Micah Oxley.
So little injury update on Mangan. He's back on the bench, has his knee wrapped up with ice right now. But the one thing you don't want to see, having a pair of crutches behind his seat. So might not be able to move without those crutches, but it looks like it's a knee injury instead of an ankle injury, what we expected.
Kozak with 2 at the line. Checking in Sam Callahan for Mike Rocco Grandi.
The free throw woes continue with this Pennsbury team. That could be something that is going to be hinder them going forward in the playoffs.
You know, that's not necessarily a switch you can just flip on when you want to, but at the same time, I mean, the Falcons have good shooters. It's a little bit of a head scratcher as to what.
It's the easiest shot in the game, too.
Yeah, what's plaguing them at the line, and who knows, maybe once they get into postseason play, they can just flip that switch. Yeah. Oxley going left, takes it to the elbow, cut off there, gets it out to Schaefer. Schaefer harassed by Callahan all over him, hands it off to Matat. Matat down to the baseline, nearly stepped out to Matat. Matat for 3, no, but he gets his long miss in the paint. Shot is off, no, but following that one is Cole McCarthy. McCarthy with his first points of the night, also had a block earlier.
Yeah, and those were some hard-fought points there. Pennsbury wasn't giving them those easy points.
Cohen bounces to Taddy, and Oxley again extends that zone out there. They don't want to let Taddy have any open looks for three. Dribbling in, Callahan tries to send it back out, but it's a little bit too high for Taddy to handle, off his fingertips and out of bounds. Ty Kozak checks back in for Eric David as we're just under a minute remaining in the first half. McCaffrey's game of the night on WBCB. Chris Irmer with Gus Barber, along with Andrew Jersky behind the camera. Ben Goldstein helping us out with stats, and you can see a write-up of tonight's game. Jordan Hirsch will have it for you at WBCBsports.com.
Ooh, a little nifty move there.
Slipped some defenders there. Cole McCarthy wound up with an open shot, but a little too strong. Ooh. Coming back the other way is Kozak with some nifty dribbling. Little magic right there.
Yeah, that was nice. I ain't gonna lie. That little behind the back. Ooh.
And now with this zone, Falcons can just wait until the moment they want to try to get things going. 11 seconds to go. Kozak drives in the paint. Ball loose. Callahan is fouled. And Kozak right now talking with the officials, saying, you know, there was some contact there. Thought second time tonight where he forced the issue, thought he might get the whistle. He doesn't. And right there again, felt like he was fouled by Matat. And you could see Matat was not completely vertical there. So, I mean, Kozak.
He's got it. He's got an argument.
And that time the inbound stolen away, stolen right back by Connor Taddy at the buzzer. Three. No, that would have been an exciting finish there. We reached the end of the first half. Council Rock North in front, 25-18. High school boys basketball on the WBCB Sports Network. This is the McCaffrey's game of the night. And don't forget, if you miss any of the action, you can read about it in tomorrow's Trentonian. Outstanding local and national sports coverage that you can count on 7 days a week. It's all in the pages of the Trentonian. We're going to break down the first half stats, take a look at first half scoring. But before we do, we want to remind you, for complete automotive service, trust the Peruzzi Auto Group for value and service on all makes and models. Free multi-point inspection on your vehicle with any paid service, a 10% military and law enforcement discount, and if you buy 3 tires, you get the 4th tire free. All service performed by certified technicians. Peruzzi Auto Group, big comfy waiting rooms, free Wi-Fi, and early drop-off. Peruzzi service open Monday through Friday from 7:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. We thank the Peruzzi dealerships and Peruzzi service for all of their support. And at halftime, we remind you again that besides the high school basketball activities tonight, also we celebrate the Krasna family, and hashtag Team Together has rallied support with a basket raffle, a silent auction, and I don't know, 50-50. There's a bunch of stuff going on. I think between at halftime now they'll have a halftime shot. And it's amazing how many have come together. They said that the senior class, the basketball team, the parents, the booster clubs, some of the other basketball programs. And again, hashtag Team Together is what it's about tonight. All right, halftime, we're going to step aside. We'll return to take a look at the first half, get you ready for second half action on the WBCB Sports Network.
Whether you're just getting started, already well on your way, planning for your future, drafting your vision, growing toward greatness, or finding that dreams really can come true, whatever your next steps are, we'll be right here with you, just like we have been for 150 years. Start here, grow here, stay here. Penn Community Bank. Here we are, and here we grow. Member FDIC.
Are you living with relentless pain? St. Mary has a new way to help. knee and hip replacements with a smarter process for faster recovery, earning prestigious awards for quality and value. A rapid recovery program has you walking just hours after surgery, and breakthrough advances such as custom-fit joints position you for a longer pain-free life. 215-710-5888. St. Mary Orthopedics. It's your health. Expect more. McCaffrey's Food Markets, exceptional every day. Family owned and operated for over 40 years, McCaffrey's is part of your community and a very proud supporter of our local high schools. For true value on the freshest meats and produce to their own prepared food department, to everyday savings on your necessary items, McCaffrey's is exceptional every day. And it's in your neighborhood in the Edgewood Village Shopping Center, 635 Heacock Road, Yardley. The Villages of Newtown at 2890 South Eagle Road, and also in Bluebell, Princeton, West Windsor, and the best of McCaffrey's in Doylestown.
Former Philly Tommy Green, and here's the pitch. More people are online every day to check and pay their bills. Now you can have your BCWSA utility bill delivered electronically. Enrollment couldn't be easier. Just go to bcwsa.net or call 800-222-2068. With electronic billing, you have control to see your bills whenever you want and enjoy the convenience of viewing and printing up to 13 months of your previous bills. Best of all, the service is free. Sign up for e-billing at bcwsa.net. BCWSA, proven.
Your day-to-day life is hectic between having to pick up the kids, make dinner, the countless other tasks that you got to get done. Rob's Automotive and Collision is there to make your life a whole lot easier. Make sure you take advantage of their spacious waiting rooms, the large flat-screen TVs, complimentary coffee and muffins, and free Wi-Fi. So even when you do have to stop, Rob's is there to make you feel right at home. Give Rob's a call today at 215-826-9200 for any of your auto repair needs.
You are not just building a company. You are helping to build your community. For 150 years, Penn Community Bank has been strengthening our region, serving as a trusted partner and resource for businesses like yours. Our team of business bankers can get you where you need to go. Real relationships, expert advice, swift solutions to power your growth. Start here, grow here, stay here. Penn Community Bank. Here we are, and here we grow. Member FDIC, Equal Opportunity Lender.
Welcome back to Council Rock North High School. Indians on top of the Falcons 25-18. Tonight's game brought to you by DiLorenzo's The Berg Pizza, 8919 New Falls Road in Levittown. We thank them for their support. All right, first half scoring first for the visiting Pennsbury Falcons. They were led by the 6'1 senior guard, Ty Kozak. Only player in double figures after the first half. He's got 10 points. He was helped out by Connor Taddy, who hit a 3 in the first quarter, by Mike Rocco Grandi, who connected from three-point land in the second quarter, and Danny Cohen, who had 2 points in the first half. 18 for the Pennsbury Falcons. Also for Pennsbury, 5 rebounds in the first half, also 5 turnovers, which cost them. They committed 3 fouls, shot 37% from three-point land, going 3 for 8. And we'll take a look now at Council Rock North. 25 points for them in the first half. They were led by Adam Matat. Matat with 7. A lot of guys scoring in the first half for Council Rock North. Micah Oxley with 5. Tyler Rodowitz with 4. 3 points for Oliver Schaefer, who connected for a 3 in the second quarter. And then it was 2 points from Cole McCarthy, 2 from Jack Bloom, and 2 from brother Luke Bloom for Council Rock North. 25 for the Indians. They out-rebounded the Pennsbury Falcons 9-5 in the first half, and also committed 5 turnovers. They shot 42% from three-point land, going 3 for 7, and also had a couple of blocks. So some good defense helping the Indians to a 7-point halftime lead. Again, this is the McCaffrey's Food Markets game of the day. And we got to pass this along to everybody in the class of 73. 50th reunion time is coming up. May the 6th is the date, and it's going to be happening at Westaby Hall, 425 Hood Boulevard. That's the place to be in Fairless Hills for music, dancing, catching up with Pennsbury friends from across the years. You can check out a link to the website for the event, Pennsbury 1973 50th reunion.org, for more details. Again, the class of 73's 50th reunion at Westaby Hall on May the 6th. It'll be from 6 until 10 o'clock. It's going to be a rager. Join the fun. Music, dancing, and some of your Pennsbury classmates. Again, find out more, Pennsbury 1973 50th reunion.org. And thanks to the Peruzzi Auto Group Complete Service, you can trust Peruzzi. Service for all makes and models, free multi-point inspection on your vehicle with any paid service, a 10% military and law enforcement discount at Peruzzi. You buy 3 tires, you get the 4th free. Peruzzi, comfy waiting rooms, free Wi-Fi, early drop-off. Peruzzi Service, open Monday through Friday from 7:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. Saturdays open 7:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. The Peruzzi Auto Group Service for all makes and models. Visit a Peruzzi dealership on Business Route 1 in Fairless Hills, where their business is you. All right, both teams back out, and we'll get back to action in just a moment. 25-18, our halftime score. And we'll return in just a little bit with some high school basketball here on the WBCB Sports Network.
The Gator, Jerry Blavitt, inviting you to come on by and experience true traditional Italian cuisine at the Revere Restaurant at 80.
Don't let joint pain bring you down. See how you can get relief at a free joint pain seminar at St. Mary Orthopedics. Joint care experts will inform and answer questions about diagnosing, managing, and treating joint problems and knowing when it's time for a joint replacement. Ready to get back to life? Get to the next free joint pain seminar. Details at stmaryhealthcare.org/joint seminar. It's your health. Expect more.
Council Rock North coming in as motivated tonight. They have 8 seniors on this team, and a win tonight will give them a pretty good shot at moving on and maybe playing some postseason high school basketball. But for sure, these 8 seniors know that they want to finish here at Council Rock North with a win over their rival Pennsbury. And right now they're up 7 at halftime. Falcons first with the ball as we get back to action. Rocco Grandi in the corner. Defenders fell down, and then that one nearly tipped away by Bloom. Falcons keep it alive. Cohen, who's been playing for Rocco Grandi. Unfortunately, we saw Rocco Grandi was using some crutches to help him get around. Again, he was hurt in the very first moments, first half minute of tonight's game on a drive. He came up maybe hyperextending a knee, and we're just hoping that he's able to feel better as soon as possible. As driving in, his teammate Ty Kozak can't finish, gets his own miss, is fouled, and scores the basketball. That's a big play there for Ty Kozak, gives him 12 points now.
Yeah, very big. Cut this to a 4-point game.
Yeah, I know sometimes people can get in trouble for these kinds of comparisons, but there's a certain part of Ty Kozak's game that reminds me just a little bit of who is now the all-time NBA leading scorer, LeBron James, because he can do a lot of different things. He's got good handle. He can score the basketball. He's got great basketball IQ. Obviously, I'm not saying he's LeBron James or that type of thing.
But he's a do-it-all type of player in basketball.
And also on this team, he's the best player on this team. The offense goes through Kozak. There's an elbow jumper by Matat, offensive rebound, but that time Cole McCarthy couldn't put it back in, and here come the Pennsbury Falcons. And here Kozak, little hesitation dribble, and he's the guy who's kind of breaking down this zone as he's driving, kicking. And talking about kicking, there's Adam Matat with another kick basketball up top.
Yeah, you don't really see him a lot, but 2 in one night. That's a sign. Jake Elliott's going to have a good game.
There you go. All right, little Super Bowl prediction. Oh, man, can't wait for Sunday. There's another kick.
We got 3, the trifecta.
Stops the clock with 6:34 to go, third quarter. So I found out today WBCB will be carrying the Super Bowl, but not with Merrill's call. And I think the same thing happened in the NFC Championship game. Taddy in the corner for 3, rattles it home. Connor Taddy makes it a 2-point game. Big shot right there. Obviously.
Very big shot.
And the ball loose, that time stolen by Kozak. Kozak then racing it up the floor. He gets it poked away. Diving for it, and going to be a tie up there. Cole McCarthy was the first on the floor.
Yeah, jump
and
balls.
It is the Indians with the arrow.
Yep.
As Eric David checks back in. Yeah, but so we'll have, I don't know, it's be like the national call of the game, 1490 AM and 107.3 FM, Super Bowl Sunday. And I think you got to go to the Eagles Network to catch the voice of the Birds, Merrill Reese. That one's thrown away. Kind of a sloppy start for Council Rock North to this third quarter.
Yeah, not the start you want if you're North coming out of this halftime. Exactly what you want if you're Pennsbury. So the tables could be turning right now.
I mean, they've got it down to a one-possession game. Can tie or go ahead here. As Danny Cohen picks up the dribble, sends it all the way across the floor to Connor Taddy. Taddy drops it down low to Zuckerman along the baseline, but well away from the basket. Now they get it to Kozak. Kozak dribbles in. Step back jumper, no. Batted around, Zuckerman keeps it alive and then bounces to Taddy, gets it back. I think he was gonna let it go. He will let the 3 go. I don't know if his timing was messed up as it went off his head momentarily, and then at the other end, Kozak knocks it out of bounds. Council Rock North ball, and Kozak has a quick word for the official. Just talking about, some of the contact that he's feeling throughout the game and sharing his frustrations with his coaches as he goes over, catches a breather.
Yeah, but he's the type of guy who's going to get a lot of contact the way he plays. He's a very physical guy, loves to go in the paint and try to go up with it. So with that kind of game style, you're going to get a lot of contact.
Yeah, but when you go in the paint, sometimes you're hoping to get the whistle. Hasn't gotten too many whistles. Nice job by Adam Matat to bounce it or tap it to himself, keep it alive. Then Rocco Grandi over to Cohen. That one goes out of bounds. And last touch, they say, by Cohen. Wow, wild sequence right there. And ultimately, it's going to end with a Council Rock North inbound, 4:24 to go, third quarter. Indians still looking for their first points of the second half, and they might get it at the line as Adam Matat gets the whistle. A block is called on Zuckerman, and Zuckerman picks up his first team foul of the second half. And so, Matat steps up to the stripe. Mentioned those Council Rock North seniors. Adam Matat, one of them. But he clanks his first opportunity here. Gets one of 2. And finally gets the Council Rock North Indians on the scoreboard in the second half.
All you need is the starting one.
Falcons back to work, across to Rocco Grandi. Dribbles in, pops it back out to Cohen. Cohen to the elbow, again back to Rocco Grandi, catch and shoot. Halfway down, no. It looked like Connor Taddy had it momentarily, but it's broken loose by Council Rock North. Now Adam Matat with some dribbling, out to Schaefer. Oxley with a path to the bucket. Micah Oxley scores with the left hand. He's got 7 points tonight. And now back to a 5-point Council Rock North advantage. Into the corner, Eric David. Out to Connor Taddy. Good job by Council Rock North to respond to the Falcons. But they do get an open three. And there's Danny Cohen. Makes it a 2-point game with that connection. 28-26, and then Micah Oxley looked like it was poked away, but a reach in on Cohen. Cohen picks up his first with just under 3 minutes left. Third quarter action, McCaffrey's game of the night on WBCB. Hey, again, to the class of 73, don't miss that, the 50th reunion. Don't miss it. It's coming up on May the 6th from 6 to 10 at Westaby Hall. Find out more, Pennsbury 1973 50th reunion.org. Fun, music, dancing, catch up with Pennsbury classmates. Again, May the 6th for the class of 73 50th reunion. Micah Oxley dribbles down to the elbow. He's cut off there. Schaefer from way downtown. And that one maybe a little bit beyond his range. It comes up short and goes out of bounds back to the orange and black. Falcons will have Kozak walk it up. And now they'll set it up. Kozak out there with Eric David in the corner. Trying to make a cut to the bucket was Rocco Grandi. Connor Taddy picks it up along the baseline and drives, takes contact from Matat, scores and gets the whistle.
What a play to find the ball, get in there, go up with the contact. Big free throw right here. Could put his team in the lead.
You know, and it's all about timing. He recognized he had the advantage, just that split second on Matat. His bucket tied it up at 28, could have put Pennsbury on top, and then two players go flying to the floor, Kozak and Matat. Matat the first to get up and send it out to Radowitz. And then Radowitz's pass stolen by Connor Taddy. Game getting a little bit physical now as Rocco Grandi sends it up to Connor and they'll slow it down. Just over 90 seconds to go, third quarter. Across to Kozak. Kozak dribbles to the elbow, tries to send it to the corner, and Radowitz deflects it back. Falcons keep it alive. Here will try a jump shot. Yes. Ty Kozak with 14, and the Falcons in front 30-28 with just over a minute to go, third quarter.
Yeah, great job by Kozak there to recognize he was getting the space to take it himself.
Adam Matat looks to respond. Shot's no good. Radowitz, though, with the offensive rebound. Matat up and under. His shot, no. Too hard off the glass. Eric David goes to the floor. Kozak over to Zuckerman. Zuckerman looked like he had an easy one, and he just couldn't finish. Micah Oxley coming up the other way, and there's a foul on Connor Taddy. Man, bodies flying tonight.
Yeah, they are going left and right. It's looking like I'm watching my WWE right now. Just bodies flying everywhere. But that just shows you how physical both teams are playing and how both teams, even though this isn't much for Pennsbury. They still want this game in North. Obviously, a big game for them.
It's been 2 or 3 situations where players just running up the floor have gotten their legs tangled or some contact right around midcourt, and guys have been falling down. Half minute to go, third quarter. Bloom working against Eric David, drops the shoulder. David goes down, and Jack Bloom, after shedding the defender, ties the game at 30. Ends up with a bunny right there, and now Kozak, with 6 seconds to go, he'll fire away from downtown and banks it home. The bank open for Ty Kozak. And Kozak makes it 33-30 at the end of 3 quarters. And the Pennsbury Falcons have their first lead at the end of a quarter. It's the McCaffrey's Game of the Night on the WBCB Sports Network, brought to you in part by the Peruzzi Auto Group. Thanks also to the Pennsbury Regional Basketball League, 30-plus years, wishing both the Pennsbury boys and girls teams the best of luck. Many of the players got their start with the PRBL, the Pennsbury Regional Basketball League, and they have leagues for all skill levels and also a travel program for more skilled players. You can find out more league details, how to register, PRBLonline.com. Check it out, the Pennsbury Regional Basketball League, PRBLonline.com. Right there you see Coach Emmy talking to his team, getting things together for the fourth quarter. It was a great third quarter for Pennsbury as they narrowed a 7-point halftime lead, and now in front by 3. McCaffrey's Game of the Day. Remember, McCaffrey's in the Edgewood Village Shopping Center, 635 Heacock Road in Yardley, and the Villages of Newtown, 2890 South Eagle Road. And some of the three-point stats there, 6 for 13 for Pennsbury tonight, 46%. That's pretty good from downtown. Council Rock North, not quite that hot. They go 3 for 9 from distance, 33% for the Indians.
Yeah, and right now that's what you want. If they're giving you this zone defense with the space, you want to have to take the open shot, and right now they're giving you the 3, and hitting it at a high clip is Pennsbury, which is keeping them in this game right now and have the lead.
Well, Ty Kozak with one of his best games of the season, 17 after 3 quarters for number 15. He dribbles in, and you see that zone
Very
focused
stingy
on him. Stingy, and also converging on, recognizing that he's trying to set something up. Cohen over to Rocco Grandi, but a little bit too high. It goes out of bounds. Falcons with a turnover to start the fourth quarter. Back on the floor for Council Rock North is Luke Bloom. McCarthy with a breather. Schaefer races it up the floor. Sending it to Radowitz. And now Bloom fouled on the floor. I think they're going to give this one to Eric David. Nope. Ty Kozak.
Yeah, and Ben giving us a good stat right now. Pennsbury having as many turnovers tonight as they do rebounds. So not a good thing if you want to try to win this game.
We thank Ben Goldstein for stats package he's been able to provide throughout this high school basketball season, a Pennsbury student. And he was telling us that, he feels like they got a lot of good athletes in his class. He's just a freshman. And some good guys like in their 8th grade year. Underneath there was Bloom. Heavy traffic, and he gets it knocked away. Falcons steal it. Kozak going left and is fouled.
Another body on the floor.
Block called on Micah Oxley. So to the line for Kozak. Both teams with 4 team fouls in the second half, 6:38 to go in the McCaffrey's game of the night. Hey, don't forget, class of 73. If you haven't heard it already, you got your 50th reunion coming up at Westaby Hall. It's on May the 6th, so mark your calendar and be there for music, dancing, catch up with Pennsbury friends. As Ty Kozak makes it a 4-point Falcon lead. He goes 1 of 2, gives him 18 tonight. Falcons have had a long comeback in this one. Trailed in the first half, driving that time, Micah Oxley, and Oxley fouled by Callahan. Callahan picks up his first, and Oxley gets his first free throws tonight. Back onto the floor for Pennsbury is Connor Taddy. In and out, ball bouncing around, and Adam Matat with the rebound. Nope. And then underneath there is Bloom. Bloom trying the reverse lay-in, and Callahan races it up the floor. Into the corner to Callahan, back out to Rocco Grandi. Falcons here to Callahan, goes along the baseline. Rocco Grandi is open. Three-pointer a little bit off the mark, and Micah Oxley with the rebound. And there again, you saw Sam Callahan go to the floor.
There's just bodies flying everywhere. Bodies, bodies, bodies.
Schaefer again from way downtown. Maybe that's not beyond his range there. I mean, he's come up short with both those long shots, but he's confident in taking them. Callahan tries the three. That's no good, and then it's going to go off of Rocco Grandi underneath the bucket. And to Council Rock North as Cohen checks back in for Rocco Grandi. 5:16 to go, fourth quarter. Council Rock North to Jack Bloom. Back out to Oxley, and now over to Tyler Radowitz. Council Rock North and Tyler Cesares. Oxley from the corner, no. High rebound brought down by Ty Kozak. You know, already a year that's been fraught with some different difficulties. They haven't had their head coach throughout the season, and then been a lot of opportunities for them to just give up. And so, you know, they're so proud of this Council Rock North team. What a great play there by Radowitz to continue to fight. Again today, raising some money for hashtag Team Together. Radowitz goes underneath the bucket. Impossible angle for that shot. Good defense by Taddy.
Yeah, I think he might have blocked it there too. Beautiful block, beautiful defense. Just keeping your ground, not doing too much.
Yeah, I mean, with losing your head coach, they've really had that next man up kind of mentality, and it's worked for them. You know, they've, all things considered, I think they look at this season as a success. You know, right now Pennsbury seemed like they want to kind of limit the number of possessions and slow this game down. Council Rock North allowing them to do that for a little bit. Now they close out on Kozak and start things up again. Nice look inside to Zuckerman, and he slams it home. We'll call that one our Jammer Doors Jam of the night.
I think that might be our first one, you and me, Chris.
Our Jammer Doors Jam of the season. Nice job to find Zuckerman, and Council Rock North. You know, this is a good job by Coach Cesares to call a timeout right now. You don't want the momentum to start to go to Pennsbury too much. Slow it down, talk to your team. 3:27 to go here. This one's still really in the balance, but it feels like the Falcons have that growing momentum. And
yeah, right before that timeout, you actually saw Coach Krasek come over and talk to him a little bit and give him a little advice. So maybe if that's something to go in there.
McCaffrey's game of the night, McCaffrey's Food Markets in the Edgewood Village Shopping Center, 635 Heacock Road in Yardley, and the villages of Newtown, 2890 South Eagle Road. We thank them for their support. Thanks also to DiLorenzo's Pizza on New Falls Road, the Berg Pizza, owned and operated by Tyler DiLorenzo, using all the same recipes his great-grandparents did way back when, including the only original Trenton tomato pie, other great gourmet pizzas, their mustard pie, soups, fresh salads, hot sandwiches, and of course, you can get some awesome tailgate stuff for the big game on Sunday. Call 215-943-2605. I mean, there is no better party pleaser than DiLorenzo's Pizza. You can't go wrong, and we hope everybody has a great time on Sunday enjoying the big game.
And hopefully a big win.
Oh, yeah. So Pennsbury by 5. Council Rock North out of the timeout. They get it to Bloom. Bloom along the baseline. He is snuffed out by Zuckerman. Back-to-back outstanding plays by Ryan Zuckerman. A dunk at one end of the floor, and then he rejects a shot at the other end.
Turning it up right now is Zuckerman.
Now Kozak across over to Danny Cohen. Cohen's been picking up all the minutes as Mangan has been, he was sidelined with a leg injury about 30 seconds into this game. And Danny Cohen now working around Tyler Rodowitz. Good poise there. Callahan driving, no. Shot looked like a good block, but contact by Schaefer. And Schaefer guilty of the foul. Callahan steps up
with two very big free throws.
Off the back rim, not that time. Thanks to the Peruzzi Auto Group. Visit a Peruzzi dealership on Business Route 1 in Fairless Hills, where their business is you. Callahan unable to connect. It stays a 5-point game with 2:20 remaining. It's been a while since Council Rock North has had something good go right for them at this end of the floor. Pennsbury too good defensively. Another long three by Schaefer.
That was deep.
I stand corrected. His range is anywhere on this side of the floor, it seems like. Three that time, no, and the rebound pulled down by Kozak. You know, all of Kozak's contributions, distributor, scorer, also a rebounder for this team, and there he drops it off to Callahan, and Callahan finishes to make it 38-31. Big bucket for Sam Callahan and the Pennsbury Falcons, and with 93 seconds remaining, they're on top by 7 in the McCaffrey's game of the night. I want to say thank you to all of our sponsors, including Jammer Doors and Windows, family owned and operated since 1920. Check out their showroom in Yardley. Open by appointment. Call 215-493-7709 or stop by their showroom 2850 Brunswick Pike, Business Route 1 in Lawrenceville. Jammer Doors and Windows, 101 years of quality and commitment, and an A+ Better Business Bureau rating. Thanks also to the Pennsbury Regional Basketball League. Many of the players that you see on the WBCB Sports Network on both the boys and the girls teams got their start with the Pennsbury Regional Basketball League. Learn their skills, develop their game. You can find out more league details, and they have both a league for players of all skill levels and then also a travel program. Find out more online, prblonline.com, prblonline.com, the Pennsbury Regional Basketball League. Don't forget you missed the action on BCB. Read about it in tomorrow's Trentonian. Critical possession now for Council Rock North. Still time for the Indians. But
yeah, it's still time, but this is probably the biggest possession of the game to try to stay in this game.
Oxley takes it over midcourt, out to Schaefer. Schaefer catch and shoot. Off the back rim, no. The ball knocked loose, but Zuckerman was fouled there. He had it and was fouled. And that was Matat. Picks up the foul. Next one will put the Falcons in the bonus. Zuckerman bounces to Kozak. A little pressure by the Indians. Up the floor to Connor Taddy. Taddy, he was fouled. They didn't call it at first, and then Schaefer gave him another hack, and that draws the whistle. So 1:08 to go. And now 1-1 for a guy who's been a very hot shooter of late, Connor Taddy. Had a whale of a game against Ben Salem. Hey, the message that Coach Emmy wanted to pass along to the Pennsbury students is when we come back on Friday and they're taking on North Penn, he wants you to pack the nest. As Connor Taddy hits the front end and gets the bonus shot. And he also said, you know, this is not the end tonight. This is the end of the regular season. And even the SOL tournament not going to be the end of the story for the Pennsbury Falcons, and they're hoping for the support that they've seen all throughout this season from the Pennsbury student body and the parents and the community. And Connor Taddy stays hot, gets them both at the line, and extends it to a 9-point Pennsbury lead. And it'll be interesting, you know, the teams that you're going to play in that SOL tournament, Gus, are maybe some of the teams that you're going to see in district playoffs. So
yeah.
There's a certain element of game planning where you want to keep an element of surprise, and yet you also are seeing how you match up against those teams.
Yeah, there'll be interesting matchups in the tournament and stuff.
They get it into Adam Matat, hook shot.
Like you said, see how much they get to see and the different styles, and if they're going to show them everything.
Whistle and a timeout taken by the Pennsbury Falcons. Yeah, you got to maybe think a little bit harder about what you want to show your opponent if potentially you might match up with them in the district round.
Yeah, absolutely.
But the SOL tournament coming up on Friday. And also Coach Emmy kind of letting me know that they are considering the first district game could be a girls-boys doubleheader. And instead of playing on Friday, they may be looking more at playing on Thursday. But we will let you know. I guess check out Pennsbury Hoops for the Twitter feed for the latest. But we're hoping to be there to provide coverage on WBCB. And again, thanks to the Pennsbury Regional Basketball League. It's amazing. These players out here, they got their start as, you know, oftentimes they can't dribble a basketball, or, you know,
yeah,
you have trouble getting the shot up to the rim, and to see them develop is one of the things that's been awesome. I was asking Coach Cesar Reeves, I said, you know, after taking over as the head coach this season, was it tough? Did you feel like it was a much more stressful situation than being an assistant coach? And are you kind of hoping when the season comes to an end, you'll be able to have a sigh of relief? He said, I'm never happy when the season comes to an end. I want these guys to continue to be able to play, and I don't look at it as a stressful situation. You know, I see it as a joy to be able to coach and share my basketball knowledge and to give these Council Rock North Indian players the varsity basketball experience that they deserve. And although tonight looks like they're coming up a little bit short, I think Coach Cesar Reeves and Council Rock North deserve a little bit of credit on I think, doing a good job in providing that top-notch varsity level experience for all of these student athletes that are part of the Council Rock North program.
Yeah, it's a great job this year, and just what he's been able to do with such an unfortunate situation, he's just done a phenomenal job.
Meanwhile, at the line, Ty Kozak spins that one in. My former brother-in-law would have called that one a toilet wiper. went around and around and around and finally dropped down.
I'm going to start using that, a toilet wiper.
Yeah, that's not the classiest one, though.
No, but it's a funny one.
It does work. All right, Kozak hits them both, makes it a 9-point game with a half-minute remaining. Council Rock North still with the hopes alive. Schaefer will fire away. And again, where he's been able to catch and shoot almost NBA distance to those three-pointers.
Yeah, it's deep.
If they could have had him set up even just 2 or 3 feet closer, might have given him a little bit more of a little more feeling, a little more confidence in taking some of those shots. Again, yeah. Kozak back at the line. He continues to add to his stat line. And I got to admit, I may have lost track a little bit here. 17, 18, 19. I got him for 20 points.
Yeah, just a phenomenal game by Kozak.
I believe that's 21 as he connects to make it 44-33. Bloom over midcourt, way downtown, off the glass, and Zuckerman with the board, and that'll just about do it as Pennsbury races it over the timeline, and they dribble out the final seconds. Falcons get a 44-33 win in their regular season finale. They improve their overall record to 12-4, and they drop Council Rock North overall this season to 12-10. Oh, actually, overall for Pennsbury, that makes it 16-6 overall for the Falcons. And they were great from beyond the arc, 40% from the three-point line for Pennsbury. And right now, before everyone clears out of here, I got to figure out who our Pennsbury player of the game is. I think let's bring Ty Kozak up here.
Yeah.
Had a great game, and it's been a while since we've talked to him.
It has been a little bit, and just the way the game he's had today, and just really putting it in his hand, being down at half, really just not finding anything offensively, just having a great game in the second half.
All right, well, I'm going to race down there and try to get Ty Kozak to join us. He's our DiLorenzo's Pizza player of the game, had 20 points for the victorious Pennsbury Falcons, and we'll continue with the McCaffrey's game of the night in just a moment on WBCB.
Don't let joint pain bring you down. See how you can get relief at a free joint pain seminar at St. Mary Orthopedics. Joint care experts will inform and answer questions about diagnosing, managing, and treating joint problems, and knowing when it's time for a joint replacement. Ready to get back to life? Get to the next free joint pain seminar. Details at stmaryhealthcare.org/joint seminar. It's your health. Expect more.
It's a new year at Team Toyota, and we're still here for you. With new Toyota models arriving weekly with no markups above MSRP. And with selection, with over 200 certified Toyotas and used cars for every budget, you can drive one home today. And with service, check out our seasonal specials that will save you time and money. So happy New Year, we're always here for you at one of our 3 locations in Princeton, Langhorne, and Glen Mills, or at teamtoyota.net.
1490 WBCB Levittown and Trenton, and video stream live at WBCBsports.com. Your home for the best local sports in Bucks and Mercer counties. 1490 WBCB, Levittown and Trenton, and video
Ben
stream
Goldstein
live
has
at
our post-game interview.
WBCBsports.com. Your home for the best local
All right,
sports
I'm here with
in
Ty
Bucks and
Kozak.
Mercer
Put up a
counties.
line of 22 points, 6 rebounds, and 2 assists tonight. You guys had a tough first half. Looked like the defense by Council Rock North tonight was a little tricky. What transition did you make in the second half to turn around with that defense?
All right, so yeah, they're known for the defense, man. I play with all these guys, AAU, and they're super long, super athletic, and yeah, that was the big thing. We knew coming in there playing the 1-3-1. They've been doing it all the time. We've watched it, but it's something you can't really. I mean, you can prepare for it, but you're not going to get everything you want all the time, man. They play really good defense, but we just say get it actually into the post more for Zuckerman. So that was the big thing, and we did that second half.
Final regular season game as a senior. What's been your favorite memory as a part of the program so far?
Honestly, sounds cliche, but it's this year, man. It's been a great ride. Obviously, cutting down the nets, that was the best feeling a basketball player could ever have, and I love doing it with these guys, man. It's been this year.
Well, congratulations on that championship.
Thank you.
What do you see now as you guys get ready to embark in postseason play?
Yeah, so I think we probably will have North Penn on Friday at home, and they're a great program. I think they're ranked 6th right now. We did have some success early against them this year, but it was a really, really close game, and it's a team that we're just going to have to fight for. So we got that, and then obviously we got the districts coming around. That's our main goal.
I mean, is this a time where you can reflect back on this regular season and really appreciate some of the successes you guys have already had, or is it just focused strictly on what's next?
See, unfortunately, I mean, the game's coming right around. So tonight we'll probably feel good about it, but then tomorrow we got to go right back to work and keep going. We want more.
Well, congratulations. Good luck in that effort to
Thank you so much.
Get the best results you guys are looking for. And our player of the game, Ty Kozak, for your efforts, a gift certificate to Di Lorenzo's Pizza.
Thanks for having me.
I appreciate Ty Kozak coming up and getting over the steps and everything and working the bleachers here at Council Rock North. 22 points for Ty tonight. We'll step aside and then wrap things up in just a little bit on the WBCB Sports Network.
BCWSA customers, former Phillies pitcher Tommy Green here. I played on the 1993 National League champs, so I know a thing or two about what it's like playing on a winning team. BCWSA has all the ingredients. They make it easy for their customers to get automatic updates by text, email, or phone anytime there is a disruption in your service area. You can even customize your alerts by going to bcwsa.net. That's bcwsa.net. BCWSA, your partner for a safer environment. BCWSA, proven.
Jefferson Health has been serving Northeast Philadelphia and Bucks County for more than a century. Their Frankfort, Torresdale, and Bucks Hospital locations are there for you with primary and specialty care, emergency care, and of course, inpatient care. Wherever you live, work, or play, Jefferson Health is there with exceptional care. Jefferson is where you are. Call 1-800-JEFF now to schedule an appointment or visit jeffersonhealth.org.
Well, just as you heard from Ty Kozak, and I think the sentiment is probably shared by all of his Pennsbury teammates, hoping that the best is yet to come, but already feeling pretty good about this season that they have put together. Pennsbury winning the SOL Patriot Division, as you heard from Ty, no better feeling than cutting those nets down, and yet they still have business in front of them, and it took them a little bit tonight to get things going, but they finally do take care of business. They were behind after the first quarter, after the halftime break, but then as Ben asked, something switched and they made some adjustments.
It's the story of this team, really. It's not how you start, it's how you finish. Obviously started the season a little slow. They've been a couple games this season where they started a little slow. Obviously the Ben Salem game, this game. But they've come back and they've really turned it on. And they come out with wins and they're really hot right now. And this is a Pennsbury team, if you're North Penn, you really don't want to see because they're playing some of their best ball right now.
As you heard from Ben as well, Ty Kozak finishing with 22 points, leading all scorers tonight. And from head coach Wes Emmy, I'll relay the message again. Pack the nest on Friday as the Falcons get set to take on Council Rock North in the SOL Challenge Tournament. And again, from Coach Emmy, he says this is not the end. It's a great end to the regular season for Pennsbury, but they are still looking for more, and they'll have some home playoff postseason action to enjoy, and we're looking forward to it on WBCB. Big thanks to the crew, Gus Barber always does an amazing job breaking down the game, doing our video engineering. Thanks to Ben Goldstein with our stats package. Andrew Jersky, great job with the camera. Always gives us a great view of the action. And you can see a write-up of tonight's game with Jordan Hirsch at WBCBsports.com. So wall-to-wall coverage. And we thank you for being with us. One final time. Well, let's get to our sponsors here. Jefferson Health, Team Toyota, McCaffrey's Supermarket, St. Mary Medical Center, the Revere Restaurant, Rob's Automotive and Collision, BCWSA, the Bucks County Water and Sewer Authority, Penn Community Bank, the Trentonian, Jammer Doors, DiLorenzo's Pizza, the Berg Pizza on New Falls Road, and thanks to Tyler DiLorenzo, and hopefully Ty Kozak's going to enjoy some pizza from DiLorenzo's. He was our player of the game, thanks to Peruzzi and to the Pennsbury Regional Basketball League, the PRBL. Learn more online, prblonline.com. All right, one final time, our score here from Council Rock North. It was the Pennsbury Falcons 44 and the Council Rock North Indians 30.